Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel here. I am going to be reviewing another movie from Vinegar Syndrome, and this is called none other than Evil Judgment. Evil Judgment is, what can I tell you about this? We're going to talk a lot about this, and I'm just going to tell you what I personally think about this movie. And this is a slasher. It's not, it's, IMDb doesn't even have it as a horror movie. It's just a weird, strange part about it because it has a lot of horror elements. I get it. They call it a crime mystery thriller, which is fine. It has a lot of mystery. It has a lot of crime, and it's also a thriller. But it does have a lot of horror in it. The horror element is all over the movie. I don't know why IMDb doesn't put it as a horror film. Um, so this movie, Evil Judgment, was released in 1984. It was rated R and it runs in 1 hour and 33 minutes. So it's your typical 90 minute, it's your typical 90-minute horror flick from the 80s. It is Canadian, and the best way to describe it, I guess, it would be a Canadian giallo, which they actually talk about it in the bonus features. The director talks about it, how he's very proud of where it was shot. They never denied it was from Canada, and but yeah. So let's get to it. Let's talk about it, and let's see what what my final rating is on this. So Final Judgment. I saw this shit last night. Not that it was great. Not that it was amazing or anything, but I hear a lot of negative reviews on this. Everybody talks shit about it. Everybody says it's terrible. Blah blah blah. I thought it was pretty good. The first half of it, I was really invested on, and it was really funny. It has a lot of really cool parts. It made me laugh a lot. It had a lot of funny jokes and dialogue between the characters. Janet, which is the main girl, her relationship with Dino is crazy. Dino treats her like shit, and she has a friend that's a hooker. It's a, oh my god, this movie's all over the place. So where do I start? Okay, so the beginning of it was really cool, really funny. It's so crazy, so bonkers, so nuts that there's this old guy where she works at. She works in a diner, and then there's this old guy that he's there eating the soup, drinking the soup, and he doesn't like the soup, so he tells the waiter, "Listen, I don't like this soup. It tastes like piss." So they take the soup away, and the cook is so pissed off because he really thinks that the soup is good. So he's like, "How the hell can this taste like piss?" So he just gets the soup that was returned, puts it on a new plate, and gives it back to him. So the old man, keeps on drinking his soup, and all of a sudden he's like, it still tastes like piss. Well, guess what? In the middle of the daylight, like, in the middle of the dining room area, and at the restaurant, he just whips it out, takes out his dick, and fucking pees on the plate. So he goes like, well, if it tastes like piss, well, it is gonna be piss. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? This is just like the beginning. I couldn't believe it. It's crazy. And then, so Janet, which is the main girl, she's going through a lot of issues, and she needs money. And then she has a best friend that's a hooker, and the best friend is trying to convince her to become a prostitute. I mean, it's like the funniest, craziest shit in the world. So what can I say? So the plot, according to IMDb, is a girl starts her own investigation after police fail to catch a local serial killer. That's it. I mean, there's a lot more to it. These plots in IMDb are all over the place, but it's like the first one. I usually write down the first one that they show. The cast is Pamela Collier as Janet. I've never heard of her. Never seen her again. And then Jack Langic as Dino, and Annette Workman as April. April's a hooker, the friend hooker that's trying to get her into becoming a hooker. Again, the cover is pretty cool. The embossing is awesome. The back of it, the slip cover is fucking amazing. Fucking Vinegar Syndrome going all out with the slip covers. Body count, I wrote the body count. There's 9 total dead people. 5 of them were female, 4 of them were males. 90% of the movie, like I would say out of the 9 of them, I believe like 8 of them are slit throats. So nothing exciting, but it looks pretty cool, like the blood and gushing and all that stuff. So 90% of the movie was people, the killer slicing people's throats. It's definitely a giallo, or a ripoff of a giallo, a Canadian giallo. So if you guys are into that, that's good. Even with the black gloves and all that stuff. So IMDb has it a 5.2 out of 10. Letterboxd has it a 3 out of 5 stars, and HysteriaLives.uk has it at 3 stars out of 5. So this is, I forgot to mention, this is directed by Claudio Castrovelli, and on the interview he sounds really American. I mean, the last name and all that sounds Italian. I don't know if he lives in Canada. I know very little about him, and I try to research him, and there's not much about him, so I don't know much to say. So I'm telling you, this movie is really all over the place. The owner of the restaurant, he looks a lot like Bob from Bob's Burger, which is pretty funny because this is like way before Bob's Burger, and it's a Greek restaurant. The guy's funny as hell, but he's a really good boss after all. And then it's just I'm not gonna spoil it too much, but it has a pretty decent ending. And crazy enough, I'm pretty good at detecting dreams. There's a dream sequence in here which I actually thought it was real. I thought it was happening, and it totally tricked me. I was like, oh shit, it was just a dream. Well, unbelievable. They finally got me there. So a lot of screaming, a lot of women screaming, a lot of it was very uncomfortable when she was trying to become a hooker, when she was first trying, or her first client. It was just kind of weird. Like, I felt like, oh my god, poor girl, she really didn't want to have, the friend wanted to have a threesome with her and the client, and then they were gonna make a lot of money. A lot of money was $200. $200 for a threesome. I mean, like, that's a great deal, but my god, they're getting ripped off. I mean, $200 for both girls. So anyways, her friend was telling her that she could make so much money hooking. She could make in one day what she makes in a month, in a week. She was all over the place trying to. And then Dino, which is the boyfriend, was really, really, really pissed off that this hooker friend of hers is trying to convince her to become a hooker. I mean, I would be too, so I don't know. But then there's this part where Dino gets so pissed off at her that after they had sex, Dino just kicks her out of the apartment. I'm talking about just kicks her out, literally. Opens the door, kicks her out, and she's completely naked with no clothes. And she's like, wait, what about my clothes? I'm naked, I need the clothes. So Dino's nice enough, gets the clothes and throws it at her. And it's like major, major drama between these two, Janet and Dino. They're very dysfunctional. The movie was from 1984, but it kind of felt newer in a way, which is kind of weird. It gave me like a 1987, 1988 vibe. So, that was kind of weird. It does get a bit slow midpoint. Like I said in the beginning, the first 35-40 minutes of it, I was really into it. I was really like, wow, what's gonna happen? It had a really good story. It was funny. I was getting to know the characters and all that stuff. But I don't know, somewhere like in the middle of the movie, it kind of like started dragging out, and it was kind of like getting a little bit boring at times. So I totally understand why people say that this movie sucked. I don't think it sucks. I thought it was okay, but some people are like, this shit sucked. Um, Again, the black gloves, it makes it feel like a giallo big time. Uh, I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, this, despite of its flaws, I personally do think that it's worth giving it a shot and watching it. I mean, it's not as bad as people say it is. It has a lot of flaws. Again, the acting is a little bit over the top. Well, it's not that bad. The twist was okay. It was alright overall. I mean, this is Evil Judgment, and my final rating on this is definitely a 6.5 out of 10. It's not great. It's not bad. It's a 6.5 out of 10. Your typical, and then so this is the release. This is the cover, and then this is the back. Really cool stuff, and then has a bunch of special features. My goodness, tons of special features right there. You could pause that and look at all those special features it has. This is the reversible artwork, which I do believe that this is the original artwork when it first came out. I'm not sure. I don't have information whether it came out in the movie theaters or what budget it had. I have no idea. I couldn't find none of that information online. But yeah, I mean, it's cool to hear the commentary about the making of with the director. He's still alive. This is the disc inside. Pretty cool release from Vinegar Syndrome. Again, not the greatest movie in the world, but not as bad as people say it is. I give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's alright. I mean, check it out. Why not? Give it a shot. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Evil Judgment, baby. What can I say? A lot of cutting throat. So see you guys soon. I hope you guys have a great night. I'm gonna go to sleep tomorrow. I gotta wake up early, and it is getting late. Until next time, have a great weekend. Bye.